Well, this is an interesting problem. Verify, that these points form a parallelogram and find its area. So I would assume that this side and this side are parallel. Let's see if they are. Vector u is 5 minus 2, so 3i, plus 1 minus negative 1, so plus 2j. And then plus 4 minus 1, so plus 3k. Okay, now vector u1, which would be parallel to that, hopefully you get the same thing. Let's see if we do. 3 minus 0 is 3i. So far so good. 3 minus 1, ooh, plus 2j. And 4 minus 1 plus 3k. Isn't that fantastic? So we know that two of the sides are parallel because they're the same vector that connects up the points. And so now if I use these two vectors, I'm actually finding the diagonal of this parallelogram, and I don't want that. How about if I use this one and this one, say 0 minus 2, so vector v is negative 2i, and then plus 2j, because it's 1 minus negative 1, so plus 2j, and then 1 minus 1, oh, plus 0k, plus 0k, plus ok. And vector v1, which would be the one that we hope is parallel to that one, and let's see if it is. That would be the vector joining this one and this one. That's 3 minus 5, so negative 2i. That's a good sign. And then 3 minus 1, oh, plus 2j. Oh, is it plus 0k? It's plus 0k because 4 minus 4 is 0, so plus 0k. So there, we've verified it's a parallelogram because the vector joining this point and this point is here, the vector joining this point and this point is here, and they are the same vector in fact. So therefore they're parallel. Okay, that's really what we've got to verify. Remember, every vector is really a whole bunch of parallel vectors in the plane. Now we didn't bother with these two because that was the diagonal of the parallelogram, but take this one and this one, that forms this vector. Take this one and this one, that forms this vector. And so we've indeed verified that it's a parallelogram. It would have been really hard to plot the points and try to figure that out, very, very hard. But imagine trying to do that with that vectors and how easy it was with vectors. But the other thing is, find its area. I haven't done that. And also a third thing is it a rectangle? So how would we find its area? Well, its area, to find its area, we need to find the length of the cross product. So to find the cross product, I, j, k, 3, 2, 3 in this row, 3, 2, 3. And finally, negative 2, 2, 0. Negative 2, 2, 0. And so we'd like to know what the determinant of this is. Oops, I forgot to put the determinant around all that. There it is. And that would be I times negative 6. So negative 6. Do you see where I'm getting at? 0 minus 6, okay? Minus j times 0 minus positive 6, so wow, that winds up being minus 6j. And then k times 6 plus 4, 6 minus negative 4 if you want, so plus 10k. So that is the cross product of the two vectors. But we really want to find the area, and the area is the length of that cross product, and the length of that cross product is going to be the square root of negative 6 squared plus negative 6 squared plus 10 squared. So that would make it square root of 172, and miracle of miracles, since 72 is divisible by 4, the number 172 is divisible by 4, that happens to be 2 times the square root of 43. Okay, we've got the area of this parallelogram. Now, question, is it a rectangle? Well, if the area of this rectangle is 2 square roots of 43, and that equals the length of this vector times the length of this vector, then in fact, it's a rectangle, but we don't know. What's the length of this vector? Square root of 9 plus 4 plus 9. So square root of 22. This vector is, let me see, square root of 2 plus, or 4 plus 4, square root of 8, 2 square roots of 2. We got the square root of 22, we got 2 square roots of 2. Times square root of 8 if you want, times square root of 8. And if this is equal to 2 square roots of 43, then darned if it isn't a rectangle, but I don't believe it is. Simplifying, this is the square root of 11 times the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 times 2, not under the radical. So that's 4 square roots of 11. 4 square roots of 11 doesn't equal 2 square roots of 43, even if they were close. They aren't equal, so therefore it is not a rectangle. Good night.